And I ain't even in the game, but as soon as something happen, who the first one they blame is you. Your time, you a lame.
Got the game on too, so I'm like, ugh.
Why you worry about? I'm in a group meeting.
Hey, fuckers. This boy been running for his life all night long. Jesus, Detroit, what is going on? They are legit. A lot of the matchups for week 3 came down to Monday Night Football as we had the doubleheader with Philly and Tampa and the Bengals and the Rams. I guess my bold prediction of Gibbs was way off, so let me leave the prediction shit to school. In Dynasty, it literally came down to the last play for Punk versus Jaws. In the combined, we have 3-0 teams. And in heads, Punk takes over the number 1 spot with a matchup with the Chaz this week, who is currently number 2. And this boy running for his life. All right, I gotta focus. My bad, y'all. Let's get started with beers. The fantasy guys continue to bless the faithful one, okay? Because he got the fantasy guys over his head. He takes the 136-109 victory over Madden, led by that Buffalo defense with 41 points. They just embarrassed the shit out of Washington. But this week, they get those Dolphins. And see, just like that, Tooth's team is back to reality. Shaking my damn head. D-Block takes the 170-114 victory over Mr. Victory, and Mr. Block currently sits in first place. I told y'all, Tooth, he sends his best unit out when he plays Punk every time, and I'm tired of that shit, y'all. I'm tired of it. Menace steamrolls bottom feeder Joker 173-100. Snowflake just keeps showing up and showing out. Okay, Green Bay, we got a little play, so y'all get a little play-by-play as well. Ice takes the 161-127 victory over Uptown. Uptown didn't get any help from his running backs, Robinson, Harris, or Cook. White didn't fare much better for Ice, and Tampa just can't seem to run the ball. Even when Brady was there, like, they just can't seem to run the ball. Punk finally gets the win in the win column with the 158-121 victory over You Ain't Running It Back this week. That was funny. Another close match was Money in the Bank 122-121 over Squad. Money had Stafford on Monday Night Football, came up with 32 points. I know Squad was probably tight as hell on that last drive. Woo! And finally, for the Bears, the matchup of the week, Chaz versus Grid. Chaz 153, Grid 140. I don't know. I don't think Chuck has ever beat Chaz. This is becoming an interesting rivalry, and I know he got some tricks up in his bag. Joe Mixon versus Swift. And Grid also had Goddard. Now, we all know the Bengals, they ain't been bangling. They ain't been doing Burrow and all that, and even Burrow being questionable all the way up until Monday night. He suited up, and at first, like, it really did look like, oh boy, this is going to be another, like, but they started to put some things together. Chase got going, and Mixon hit pay dirt to pull Chaz away. It was close at one point, even tied, 142-142. Now, had Philly kept giving Swift the ball, who knows what might have happened. That boy is running angry and with a purpose, and I for the life of me, I know I'm not a football coach, I don't know why he's not getting the rock more, because every time he touches it, you're waiting for an explosion, and, like, he's got touchdown potential. He can go to the house any given time. That's my opinion. I don't know what happened in Detroit, but that boy good. On the Dynasty, Titan takes the 225-212 victory over Eric, a.k.a. Mr. First Round Draft Picks. That's what I'm going to start calling him. Really, again, let down after that, first week performance, 7 points. And Eric, why the fuck do you have 4 quarterbacks on your roster? And it's not that you can't have 4, but you got Ritter, Jimmy G. What? Yeah, I think Eric's adopted for sure. Menace 228-209 over Money. Scoob without a kicker, enough said. Black with the 267-178 win over Not Enough. Enough had a lot of single-digit players. Waller 4, Brees 4, Robinson 6. That didn't help out his cause. Fucking Black had Z Franklin, whoever that is, linebacker, Colts, 29 goddamn points, and Edwards, linebacker, with 25. That's a lot from a defensive player. Make sure I'm on the right page. The Chaz, 233. Over I got gas, 175. Chaz ran with Gino, 55 points. Kurt had the King, but he only mustered up 4 points. And he also played his teammate, Spears, with 5 points. Things that make you go, Why are you running those two running backs? You had Mostert and Keeney, whoever you say. I call him Acne. I can see it. You had King. Never mind. The count, 269, 226 over squad. And where the fuck has the count been? I haven't seen him. Do we need to send a bat signal? Poosh. Like I haven't seen him in the chat since the damn draft. He also ran with Stafford, had a big game from Keenan Allen throwing touchdowns and shit, and Mr. Mostert, oh Lord, we already know. Count also had, Sam Laporta. This could be a very interesting team, though, coming down the stretch. Like, it's going to be interesting. Okay, let me see. Who's this? Love, touchdown, Watson. Okay. About time they got on the board. All right, come on. I need the Detroit back on here. And the matchup of the week was Punk versus Jaws. Now, this was some stressful shit. I ain't even going to hold y'all. It simply came down to me having Tutu Atwell and Jaws having Taco. Wow, whatever his name is, Nakua. Y'all know what the man's name is, that wide receiver from the Rams. I also had Higbee, but in the final moments of the game, Stafford throws it down to Paku. Y'all know who I'm talking about. And I'm like, oh, God. And then here goes Jaws' little points going. I'm like, you got to be fucking kidding me. I was distraught. But just like that, I'm like, fuck no, but the fantasy guy said, hold my beer. Boom, touchdown, Mr. Atwell. Punk 242, Jaws 241. What we got here? A little two-point conversion. Okay. See? Not just fantasy. The combined. Black behind that Miami explosive offense that went off with 70 points. Good God. Took the 214-194 victory over D-Block. Dre is still showing up and showing out with the 174 win over Kurt. That Cousins to Jefferson stack is deadly. 112 points. Menace 185, 140 over Eric. Tough loss with Scoob with Mike Williams going down. He had 29 points on this day, but unfortunately his season is done. I have in another league, so I just feel your pain. These injuries, man, they've been tough. Punk takes the 197-126 victory over Ice. Herbert carried my team with 93 points. Squad 191-184 over Uptown. Boy, oh boy, Justin Fields. I had to note this. A fantasy star towards the end of last year. Running all over the place, scoring touchdowns. This year, he is a bust so far. He gave squad 31 points. Don't know what's going on in the Windy City, but the Bears have issues. Grit and Chaz square off again. Oh, Grit did beat her. He beat her in here. Okay, maybe he just never beat her in beers. I don't know. I messed that up earlier. Okay, my bad, y'all. Takes the 187-160 win. Jay Hurts with the flu and all gave Chuck 62 points to secure the win. Chaz had Ford on the bench with 20 points while Gus Glassman Edwards got hurt. The combined match of the week saw Jaws with the 170-161 victory over the Joker. Lamar flashed for 74 points, while Mahomes had 71 for Joker. CMC had 31 for Jaws, and Jay Cook 22 for Joker. Lamb and Devontae Smith, they underwhelmed, so that's what ultimately made the difference. I'm just woo. The standings, 3-0 teams, Dre, Black, and Jaws. The 0-3 teams, the Chaz, Eric, and Ice. Some real shit right now. Let me just divert. I don't like it. Chaz and Eric, I wrote, y'all gotta get y'all shit together. Please and thank you. Now, heads, I got only 2 lines on here, so I'm gonna have to switch over here. Because I don't feel like doing it later. If I don't do it now, we ain't gonna get the recap for heads. I don't want to do that. So, all right. So here we go with the heads. Punk 221, 150 over the Titans. The only undefeated team remaining. But that little one trying to come for me. She trying to come for me. Speaking of the little one, Chaz 208, 187 over School. Now we want to clock. Let me see if anything stood out here. Nah, nothing. She just won. School played his best player, so that's all that was. Alright, so come on, computer. Next up, we got Jaws 180, 136 over Squad. He got Jackson in this one. Mr. Jefferson with 33. That's big. Like I said, Fields, 31 points. Don't be wrapping him up like that alligator thing. I don't like that. Chase finally showed up, though. He was in the building with 30. A.J. Dillon killing him. Henry, you know, just running back play's been crazy. No more really there. Now I don't know what this is, because this Jersey 23 hit Squad, but he loses 184, 147 over the count. Mr. Invisibility, he got a visibility cloak on because I ain't seen him. Nothing here. He had that Sam Laporta that's playing tonight. Let me tell y'all something. That boy good. That Sam Laporta is good. I like him. I have him in a combined. I wish it was a keeper league. And he had 2 on his bench with 80. I wonder what made him go with Dak bum-ass Prescott. Yeah, I said it. I'm tired of him, y'all. Nothing else really here. The heads one is like womp, womp, womp. So I'm just going to say Nuff won 218, 176 over Eric. And then the second, I think it was second and third place by at that time, Chaz 208, 187 over Menace. I know he has CMC. Godwin underwhelmed. Henry. Oh, I was looking at the wrong Henry before. That was Hunter. Yeah, I gotta leave that stuff alone, y'all. But I think that's it. You know, I do have to discuss this once again. These trade offers, please. Please, the adopted one. Knock it off. I don't know where you get your fantasy knowledge or skill set from, but it sure wasn't for me. Because you're going to get beat up. Keep it up. I'm going to punch you right in your eye. Oh, look, there you go again. It just want to always... It's the remix. Peace, y'all.
This is real talk. Funeral arrangements. Whoever put their paws on.
So I had to add a little additional video to the recap because there's some controversy brewing in heads. And it's funny because as I'm editing the video, I can see the comments between Chaz and Money in the chat. And my TV was also ahead of them, so they were delayed getting it when I already saw what happened. But because I was editing it, I didn't want to spoil it. But AD, Mr. Money in the Bank in Heads' auto draft, is playing Jaws. So Money is watching Montgomery just go off. He's just coming back from his injury. He's doing his thing. And, you know, he's talking about jumping off balconies and shit. And I'm like, what is going on? So I had to pause to come and see what happened. And then I saw another comment. And Montgomery had, 3 touchdowns, almost 100 yards, and he did not break 100? Oh, he did. He's well over that. He got 121 rushing yards and 2 receptions. Mr. Montgomery has 49 points. And guess where he is? On Money's bench. Oh, what a killer. And Jaws is projected to win 154-151. Oh my. Good night.